Hello friends, today's our topic is multi-programming operating system. So let's see what's going on inside the multi-programming operating system. As we discuss in our computer system, there is one processor. It is known as a central processing unit. Now, in terms of multi-programming operating system, we are able to load multiple programs inside the main memory. Here we are able to load multiple programs inside the main memory, which was not possible into the spooling or batch operating system or earlier system. Now here it is our secondary storage. So here key advantage is we are able to load multiple programs. Input and output methods remain as it is, look like we have discussed earlier. Secondary memory will put the input inside the main memory, and again main memory will put the output into the secondary memory, and CPU is accessing data from the main memory. So in previous case we are loading all number of programs one by one after another. It means whenever CPU start program P1 or process P1, and after completion of entire work of program P1, output of process P1 will produce to the secondary memory, and again that output will produce to the output devices. Then after next program P2 or process P2 will start. After completion of entire work of P2, next P3 and so on for the all remaining. So that was very time consuming in terms of spooling. Right now, whatever the number of programs which are loaded from the IO devices into the secondary memory, so we are loading multiple programs inside the main memory. So what is the advantage? Suppose right now P1 program P1 is in execution or process P1 is in execution. Suppose after completion of few works regarding to processor, P1 will go for the some another resources. So at that time when CPU become free, so CPU can run another program P2 or another process P2 if P2 is loaded inside the main memory. So that is the key advantage over the spooling. Whatever the number of program or process loaded into the main memory, that will be execute next. But one limitation over here, that is there is requirement of memory management, because we are loading multiple programs inside the main memory. So few memory management techniques will require, and you have to remind these multiple programs are not going to execute parallelly. It means at a time CPU cannot execute more than one process or more than one program. At a time one processor can execute one process only. After completion of one process, or suppose one process is going for the another resources, then and then processor can pick the another process or another program. It means still execution is one by 1, because limitation of processor is processor can execute at a time one program. So if we look about the benefit, so benefit is here, we are able to load multiple programs. So whenever one program will go for the IO, or whenever one program will complete its execution, so next loaded program can start their execution. So it means CPU remain more busy as compared to spooling, because in case of spooling, whenever one program is going to complete, so after the allotment of entire output to the output devices, next program or process was picked up. So here already number of more than one program or processes are loaded, so CPU can pick after completion of previous very fast. So here CPU will remain more busy as compared to spooling. So that is the advantage of multi-programming operating system. One more limitation here, we cannot preempt any process or any program in between the execution. Suppose P1 is in execution, so we cannot prevent P1 and can start the P2. P2 have to wait till the completion of P1, or P1 will go for the another resources, then and then P2 can start. It means there is no forceful preemption. We can't preempt or we can't stop any process or program forcefully. If that program or process will go willingly for the another resources by releasing the CPU, or those number of programs or process are completed, then and then remaining programs can start their execution. So that is one main limitation of multi-programming operating system that we will overcome into the multitasking operating system. So our next type will be multitasking operating system. We will discuss this multitasking operating system into the next video. Thanks for watching multi-programming operating system.